Okay guys, so picked up a new brake line. It's a 60-inch brake line. Just to replace this brake line, I ended up bending it up here, and it runs all the way around onto the other side into a distribution block. I think it's for the ABS, or I don't know if it's just a distribution block. But I want to replace this line because it's a bit rusty, and if I want to do 120 miles an hour, I want to be able to stop as well. So I'm gonna change that one out, and yeah, I'll show you guys how to go about that. So normally you would nicely remove this with the bolts that are attached behind this. I think this is the fuel heater or cooler or whatever. But I don't need it because I have whole separate fuel lines that are going to be running from the back to the front. So I will be cutting this over there. So you guys right over here somewhere and start cutting. Now you'll see the fuel line here that comes around and loops back into it. That's the one we have to replace. So I'm gonna go ahead and put at least that 180-degree bend into a line and kind of see from there where it runs. So I don't have anything fancy to make a nice corner with, so I'm actually just gonna put this here. And then I'm going to pull the line around it to see if it will turn here. Not quite as perfect as I thought it would be, but that will do. So guys, brake line isn't done yet. Ran into a little bit of a problem. I don't have the adapter that goes into the block for the new brake line. Brake line is long enough, so that's good news. So I'll pick that back up probably tomorrow. Good morning, guys. This morning we're gonna go and pick up that connection in the brake line splitter block so I can run my brake line. I think I have enough brake fluid to refill the cartridge. I also got word that my drive shaft's on its way, so I'm gonna have to remove a bunch of stuff in the middle there. At least that cross member up there, and yeah, throw it together, and then maybe I can just temporarily mount my fuel cell and my FAS and drive it around today. That'd be cool. So guys, let me show you here what I just did with the brake line. Don't mind the little bit of rust that's still here. Right there is the new fitting. This is the distribution block I was talking about. To be honest, I don't know what it does, but I know I need a good brake line. So after getting brake fluid dripped on me for about an hour, I gave up, and yeah, it was just a connection, so I got that little adapter piece for it, and that line's in there. It's still just hanging there. I'll mount that up later. Probably gonna have to knock this cross member down just because of this drive shaft carrier bearing support. It's going to be in the way of my new drive shaft, so I'm going to take that out. So we got the cross member for the carrier bearing out of the truck, and also the e-brake line. I'm not going to need an e-brake because I don't know, I don't think I'm going to park on a hill anytime soon. So so you see that cross member is out. Hopefully it clears that cross member of the torsion bar setup, although I might be doing something with that anyway. So yeah, I'm just going to throw the charger on it, and then our drive shaft's ready. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up and throw that in. So I got my new drive shaft, so that's exciting. This is where the slip is, right there. It's greasable, and yeah, this is made of a 3.5 inch thick wall steel tube. Yeah, it seems strong. They balanced it for me and everything, so yeah, let's see if she fits in. I threw the drive shaft in. It fits perfectly. I think it has about 1.25 inches worth of slide in the slide section of the drive shaft at the front. So yeah, this should work nice. Plenty of clearance underneath. Can't see because my LED light died, but there's clearance between the cross member of the torsion bars and the drive shaft. So I'm not too worried about that. Not going to go over any jumps anytime soon, so I don't need a lot of down travel. Yeah, I'm going to charge some batteries up and start this thing up. It only has a downpipe, so it'll be ridiculously loud. Probably going to open the garage door so I don't smoke this place out, because it hasn't been started in like a month. Need to actually get a battery. I have a battery sitting there. Yeah, so I'll throw that up onto the front, and then yeah, we'll get her started. Guys, I decided to add the second battery back in here temporarily just to start it. I tried starting it like 7 times yesterday, just wasn't getting it to a low charge. I've been boosting it with my other Duramax for about 15-20 minutes now, so see if she starts. Actually not as loud as I thought with just the downpipe, but fired up with without too much drama. So there she is, the super short box. sort of in the way, but also my fuel system is actually sitting right here. There's my fast fuel cell. They were hooked up, but I needed the room to work on back, so I got to get that mounted up and bleed the brakes because I got no brakes currently, and then get this thing moved out of the way. Just picked it up at an auction. And then it will be ready to take for its first test drive. I guess we should mount some shocks in here too and finish painting and making it look nice, and welding the frame. It's always good. But yeah, let's see where she goes from here. So guys, that's probably it for this video actually. Probably gonna do some more work on it today. Install a fuel, or pick up some steel for the fuel cell mounts, and maybe work on the fast mount. Besides that, probably gonna go back to work soon, so not as much progress will be made, so that's gonna be